When we think about history, our minds usually jump to dates and battles and dry facts in a textbook. But what if history isn't just a record of what happened? What if it's actually a living echo of human sacrifice, of ancestral longing, and just incredible resilience?
Take a statement like this. It completely challenges everything you might think you know about one of the most haunting stories of resistance. It suggests that some acts are so profound, they actually transcend our everyday understanding of life and death.
So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to try and move beyond the simple facts to really feel the past. We're going to dive into 5 stories that carry this immense human weight, and each one, you'll see, reveals a history with a real living heartbeat.
We're going to start with 2 absolutely incredible acts of ultimate defiance. One is a story of a spiritual return, the other, a military last stand. And both were born from truly impossible choices.
Okay, so picture this. The year is 1803. A group of Igbo captives, they've just somehow survived the absolute horrors of the Middle Passage. They land in Georgia, only to be faced with a life of enslavement. The choice in front of them seems absolute. Chains or something else entirely.
Now this is what's so fascinating. They didn't fight back with weapons. Instead, led by their high priest, they just turned. They walked together, right into the waters of Dunbar Creek, and started chanting. It was this powerful, collective decision, a final act of choosing their own destiny.
And that's the crucial part right there. In their culture, this wasn't seen as an end, no way. It was a return, it was an act of spiritual power that transformed this moment of complete tragedy into a miracle of homecoming.
And this theme of defiance, it just keeps building. Fast forward nearly a century later, to 1900. The British have demanded the Golden Stool. And we're not just talking about a throne here. This was the literal soul of the Ashanti nation. And the kingdom's male leaders, they were intimidated. They were actually ready to surrender it.
But then, an elderly woman, Ya Asantewa, she stands up. She looks at all the fearful men around her and says these words, essentially shaming them into action. She lit the fire of resistance right when it was about to be stamped out for good.
And she didn't just talk a big game. At 60 years old, she backed up every single word. She personally led the last major war against the British in the region. She became the commander-in-chief of the entire Ashanti army.
And this just puts it perfectly, doesn't it? It's this incredible illustration of that transformation. In her people's moment of greatest fear, Ya Asantewa became their courage. She became the fierce protector her nation desperately needed.
But resistance doesn't always happen on a battlefield. Sometimes the absolute deepest wounds come from the theft of a people's soul.